Hi, I'm Anna. Welcome to another Decenomy tutorial. In this tutorial, we will walk you through the steps on how to deploy a Masternode on a VPS. We will be using the Monk wallet for this tutorial, but, as always, the process is the same for any Decenomy coin. This is for the deployment of a single Masternode. Shortly, we will have further videos showing advanced users how to set up multiple Masternodes on a single VPS. To open a Masternode with a VPS, we must first install Putty if we use Windows. Mac users can use Terminal. So now let's go to our web browser and type www.putty.org. We will need Putty to connect to our VPS. When the page loads, we can click on the link to download Putty. Once this is done, we will find ourselves on the download page, and then we choose the download for our operating system. In this case, Windows 64-bit x86, and proceed with the installation. Now that we have Putty on our PC, we need a virtual private server, VPS. To get our VPS, we need to purchase it from a hosting provider. For our guide, we chose Vultr. So let's go to our browser and type www.vultr.com. Let's register, connect our credit card or PayPal, and we will find ourselves in the control panel. Now let's choose Cloud Compute. After that, we choose the server location. It is better to choose it near where we are located. In this case, we chose London. Now it is important to choose the correct server type. We want the 64-bit OS. And then choose Ubuntu. And then version 18.04x64. Once this is done, let's choose server size, which are the technical specifications of our VPS. In our case, we chose the $10 one. And click on Deploy Now. Then we wait for the server installation to be complete. This should only take a couple of minutes. Once installed, we can click on it to enter the server details page. Once on the server details page, we can get the IP address, the username, and the password to access the VPS. We recommend that you save all the necessary data locally on Notepad like in the image above, because they will be used in the following steps. Now let's go to our desktop and open our Monk wallet. With the wallet now open and synced, let's take these simple steps that are necessary to create the so-called collateral transaction. First, we click on Receive. From here, we then generate a new address. We can then modify its label. We have chosen MN1 and remember what we labeled it for later use. It is good practice to use MN1, MN2, MN3, and so on when labeling each new Masternode. After that, we can copy the address. A Monk Masternode currently requires 4,000 Monk, which we need to send to ourselves, so first, click on Send in the left menu. Then, paste the previously copied address. Insert in the exact amount for our Masternode, in our case 4,000. Finally, we click on Send. And that's how we create the collateral transaction. Once we have sent the coins to ourselves, we wait for 15 confirmations, about 15 minutes. In the top image, we can see the transaction labeled MN1, Payment to Yourself. We then need to go to the Debug console. Select Settings on the left, then Debug, and then Console. In the Debug console, we have to type the following commands in the bar on the bottom. Get Masternode outputs and Create Masternode key. The first command gives us the details regarding our collateral transaction. The second generates a Masternode key. Then we need to copy both results and save them again in a Notepad file. Now we can open Putty, which we had previously downloaded. And let's open the Notepad where we saved the server credentials. We then enter the IP address in the hostname and click on Open. If this is the first time we connect to the server, click on Accept, like in the image above. Now, Putty will ask us for the username and password. Let's go to the Notepad where we have saved the credentials and insert them. Type root for the login and press Enter. We will then be asked for the password. Type the password from the saved file in Notepad. While we type, nothing will appear, but do not worry as this is normal, and then we press Enter. We are now on our server. Let's leave it open. Now let's go to Decenomy GitHub. Typing in the link above will bring us to Monk's GitHub page within Decenomy. To download the script to install the Masternode, we navigate to the Control folder. And then we click on Masternode Setup. Scrolling down the page, we find these commands to insert on Putty. After copying the first command on GitHub, let's go back to Putty and paste it and hit Enter. Now we do the same operation with the second command and hit Enter. The installation of the Masternode will then start. After a short time, we will be prompted for the Masternode key that we generated earlier and saved in our Notepad file. Let's copy and paste it on Putty and press Enter. While waiting for the wallet on the VPS to complete the synchronization, we can finish the configuration in our local wallet. In our wallet, go to the top right in the masternode.config icon and click on it, like in the top right image. The Masternode's configuration file will open, in which we must enter the necessary data that will be used to start the Masternode. The following data must be entered accurately. Name of the Masternode, we had chosen MN1. IP address and server port, the IP address 9to5.179.227.15 that we find on the notepad that we had previously saved for Vultr, and the port in this case is 32270, as we have seen before. Masternode key. Copy and paste the full text line. We can find it in the notepad where we also saved it previously. Transaction hash. The long string of letters and numbers we saved earlier in the notepad that we got from Masternode outputs command. And finally, the output index of 0. Once we have entered the information into the Masternode config file, we save it and close the file. Then we need to close the wallet and open it again. Now let's go to the left menu and click on Masternodes. Then we start our Masternode by clicking on the 3 dots on the right and then on Start, as in the image here. And that's it, we have our Masternode up and running. Thank you again for supporting Decenomy, and please do feel free to check out our other tutorials on our YouTube channel.